Hey guys, Fryedegg here with Sweaty Pixels. We're doing an Orcs Must Die Let's Play walkthrough strategy for Double Down, one of the new stages in the DLC. This is on Nightmare. First things first, I'm gonna go right for the Steel Weaver, and as you noticed, I did not bring any barricades. No barricades. This is probably somewhat different from what everyone else has been doing for this stage, but I found that with you get a good amount of sappers that come through, and I found just the barricades were just very annoying. So I totally took them out of the build, and I was actually able to do very well with what I came up with. You're basically looking at the starts of it. You're gonna have what you're looking at right now as far as your traps. You're gonna have this setup on either side of this the rift. A lot of people know that say, like, the swinging mace should never really swing side to side like that. It should swing back and forth, but you're not gonna have enough money to have them swing that way. So I basically just sold whatever I could over here to put this over here, and I want to put the tar pits back down because I'm gonna need to. These builds on either side are going to be exactly the same. They're going to mirror each other, so as soon as this round's over, I'm going to put the mace back up over there. I'm just softening up these orcs. But yeah, so as always, keep your lightning going, and spam your crossbow with the lightning and the mace. Get some combos, and yeah, the next round is the tricky part. You're gonna get some kobold runners, and I'll show you guys how to deal with those. So as soon as this last orc dies, we're gonna really haul ass, put the mace up, okay, and now we're gonna run over to this side, and we're gonna try to kill these kobold runners coming out on this side. Not all of them, but as many as we can. This way, we've now created a staggered effect. So now I can kind of deal. I'm keeping an eye on the mini map for my little red dots, but I can kind of deal with that side. I was able to deal with this side I'm looking at right now without having to worry about what's behind me. And you're going to want to do the same thing with the orcs. So pretty much every wave, you want to come and kind of do it like I'm doing right now, and shoot some, shoot the buckets, drop the acid, and stagger that back wave so you can deal with the one. Like that one I'm looking at right now. So just gives you a little bit of a, it makes it a little easier for you, so you're not constantly running back and forth. I tried doing that, and it's it's not really too feasible. Just the orcs or something's gonna get through if you're going back and forth too much. So we're gonna go right for floor scorchers. I didn't get spring traps because there's no ogres in this stage, so you don't need spring traps. Or some people bring an ice ring. You don't need an ice ring, well, unless you want it for the hunters. But the null hunters are very easy to deal with. Yeah, so you see, I just softened up the one side so I can kind of have some time to freely deal with this side, since I know that I got some time before the ones behind me are going to get there. As you notice, there's sappers, but they have nothing to blow up, so your biggest worry about them is actually blowing you up, so just don't let them blow you up. Yeah, look at the hunter there, and the only downside to this build is you kind of have to go late with your archers. I mean, I guess you could go sooner, but I preferred to have the halls bolstered up with traps, so you don't really have, if you are focusing on one side, like I told you guys before, I'm just softening up this side. But when you bolster up your little kill boxes here, you can confidently be over here shooting these guys, knowing that the traps behind you are taking care of the rest. And once you get everything all your traps down the way you want them, you're basically just rotating back and forth and dropping your lightning storm to help combo each side. And whichever side you're facing, do some crossbow spam. But yeah, I normally never use those push traps, but I brought them along on this stage, and they actually work out very well. So just like I told you guys, every round you want to just soften up one side. And now that this side I think is complete with traps, I don't have to worry about that back side as much. So I'm going to be able to put some more focus on the side I was just at. And kill these hunters. Just when they come around, I just run through the traps. Let the traps kill them. Some sappers. If you guys do a build with barricades, you're probably going to have to really play through the map a couple times, or watch one of my videos or any video, and just note which round sappers come in, which lane they come from. This way you can run ahead and deal with them before they blow anything up. Because having tried to use the barricades, it just became too tedious. I was wasting too much money rebuilding them, and if you got a really bad sapper blowing stuff up, really bad timing, then you'd have a bunch of guys trying to get in the rift, and it just became more of a hassle than it was a benefit. So we figured this out, and it worked well, and it yielded me a #1 score on the map, and it was by a pretty good margin too. I think I had everyone licked by like almost 100,000. So hopefully people can watch this and maybe figure out some different ways and beat my score, and we'll keep figuring out new ways to high score. I don't mind people beating my score, as long as I can figure out new ways to do things, kill orcs. It's just fun to me. So yeah, as you can see, having the floor scorchers in the front, they're pretty much the end point. Nothing's gonna get past those usually, and you got the mace there too. I believe I'm gonna get a second mace on either side. I think that's probably not that's probably not gonna be until the end though. So don't forget, every round just soften up one side to give yourself a little bit of a buffer to focus on the other side. Hope I'm not sounding confusing. Yeah, so this is pretty much what happens now. You have your kill boxes set up on either side. Oh, you got the Cyclopses, the new units, and the DLC. The kill box made short work of them. But yeah, so you're pretty much now just gonna be running back and forth and dropping your lightning. And as soon as your magic fills up, go drop it on the other side. Try to keep it, do your best to keep it up on both sides and keep your combos going as high as they can. And yeah, drop an archer. I think I maxed him out. He's got the flaming arrows. I should have anyways. So soften up the one side, get yourself the buffer, and go deal with the other side. And one of the other benefits of well, I don't think anyone else really tries a strategy that's not right here. I mean, it's not a very long path to the rift, so it's not like it takes the guys long to get here, and then when you have your rift right here, it's very useful to help fill up your magic real quick. You don't really need for filling up your life, because you shouldn't really be taking any damage. But it's just as long as you get past that third round with the kobold runners, and you evenly set up your kill boxes on each side, you should have no problems progressing through this stage and keeping your rift safe. I mean, like now at we're at round 10, it's in the bag, and I know that at this point. It's just a matter of how much can I combo. So almost at this point, I believe the only thing I spend money on from here is archers. So I did not go soften up one side this time, but like I told you guys before, once you get later into the rounds and you have your kill box set up like that, you're not gonna really need to. Even if you don't even have to drop a lightning, and you can have your back turned to the other side, and your traps will take care of everything. So
very well.
Yep, just gonna drop archers at this point. And if you guys don't know this, you don't have to rotate your archers. They have a 360-degree range. Like, they don't care which way they're facing when you put them down, because if anything comes in within their 360-degree range, they're gonna turn towards it and start shooting. So, just especially on nightmare mode, it's nice to just select your archers and kind of spam click the spot where you want them, just to get them down quick. So now that you have your archers and you have your whole deal set up, you're gonna get some pretty good combos. I think since you don't have any ogres, everything you're gonna get is mostly 4s and 5s, but I believe I get some high combos in some of the Gnoll hunters that run through. So last round, let's get this archer down here. All right, and yeah, just gotta. Here comes a Gnoll hunter. Now that you have some archers up, you want to be a little mindful of just making sure they don't. See this one got through, but just make sure they don't kill your archers. That's all. I think he killed one. No big deal. So there's some Cyclopses. Those guys are actually kind of annoying in a couple stages. Triple down comes to mind, but their heat-seeking projectile is kind of annoying. But yeah, guys, there you go. Double trouble, nightmare, and yeah, that wasn't my high scoring round, but I used the same exact strategy. So yeah, awesome. Once again, this has been Fryedegg with Sweaty Pixels. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more Orcs Must Die videos. See ya.